Hi, and welcome to episode 61 of the Walleye Chronicles. This week we have Mr. Willie May, better known as Wisco 3 Ice Fishing Company. So everybody, Mr. Willie May.
Second time appearance on the podcast. Mr. William May of Wisco 3 Ice Fishing. What?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going? You didn't let me finish your introduction yet. So,
sorry.
Really, if you haven't noticed, and I know everybody's noticed because he's in everybody's streams with 250 million views over the last 11 months. He is Wisco 3 on TikTok. He is Wisco 3 Ice Fishing on Facebook. 59,000 people on Facebook. 52,000 people on TikTok. He makes all kinds of awesome videos, makes us laugh. He also gets time to start fishing too. So we're going to kind of sit down with him before ice fishing really gets going, pick his brain, and go from there. Willie, how you doing?
Good, man. I already started ice fishing already. What about you?
I have not even got my stuff out yet, but you make me want to go ice fishing with your videos.
Yeah, we're definitely have to get back out again this year. Last year we had a blast, dude.
Yeah,
even though the weather was kind of crappy, because it was snowing and whatever, but we still had a good time. We caught fish.
Right, it was a blast. See, I haven't, I was normally when the ice show comes, which is this weekend.
Yep.
It'll be this weekend. It's right around the time where I'm kind of getting ready, and I was going to either be ready for this weekend or be ready for next weekend. So it looks like I'm probably more ready to go next weekend. And by then, us bigger guys, we don't really walk very well, so we need our four-wheelers. So
yeah,
I need that 6 inches of ice to get my ass out and going. But you're a walker. You do everything.
Yeah, I walk. E-bikes are the new thing that we're doing now. In the last 2 years, we got e-bikes, and that's how we get around on early ice. And I like that a lot.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
Does it have enough to pull you, or
I don't know if you've seen some of the videos, but we pull multiple people, multiple flip over shacks. We had Dave, the fishing tips. Yeah. We had him with his 2-man flip and him on the back and me and my 2-man flip and Ryan and the e-bike. And we pulled it all the way across Poygan. No problem.
Do you guys do anything with the tires?
Yeah, we stuck the tires. There's a thing you can get off of Amazon. They're like Velcro, Velcro on, so you don't have to put the screws in.
That's cool.
But we like those so far instead of putting the nails in the tires.
That's cool. That's a clever way to do it, man. You don't have to worry about. I see people riding bikes all the time. Like, fuck, that's gotta be miserable too. But if you use the e-bike, jump on there and go, put the feet down, and
yep, 2-wheel drive. We can go about 50, 60 miles on a full charge, and that's plenty to get around the lake. I mean, are you really gonna go 50 miles across the lake around the place? Maybe.
No, probably not.
No,
probably not.
No.
So have you been out this year yet?
This is my third day. I went out today. I had 3 flags. I caught 1 baby pike. That was what I caught today. But at least I didn't get skunked. So it was getting towards the end. I moved all over the lake today, 3 different spots, all different. I went to the north end of the lake, south end, went to the west side. I went all over, and I talked to 4 people today out there, and same thing. They hardly didn't catch anything. So,
and you travel fish, but you also are more generally central Wisconsin is kind of your area?
Yeah, Lake Petenwell, Castle Rock, Yellow River, Wisconsin River. I live up here by Warren, so I hit a lot of these cranberry bogs over here and all these small ponds, and those are my go-to for crappies, bluegill, which I don't really target that much. I don't target bluegills at all in the wintertime, and then pike and bass.
Is bluegill the worst fish to fish during the winter?
I don't know. It is kind of fun when you get on a hot bite and then your buddies are sitting there pulling bluegill left and right. All right, granted, it's fun, but for me, it's I would rather go catch go after a pike or a walleye or even a bass, dude.
Right, get something that has some teeth and something got some fun. I guess, as Dave would say, if you have the right pole, a bluegill puts up just as big a fight as anything else. Well,
if you use an ultralight on a bluegill, obviously it's gonna bend it over. It's I got a monster.
Right. Yeah, I get it, or I don't know. I just don't. I feel like I feel like bluegill fishing's for old people, and I got a couple years yet before I got to do that. So, get out and chase the game. I still can.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, even like one of my favorite fish to target in the wintertime are catfish. And people think it's weird that I target catfish, but I love catching catfish in the wintertime. It is an absolute blast.
They're fun to catch to the ice too.
Yeah, late season, man. Like going into February, that's like, into February, that's when I really start targeting the catfish. And we'll pull up more catfish than walleyes.
Are you fishing the same general spots for that stuff? Are they getting ready to load back in the river?
Yep. I go to the same spot, pretty much the same general area for like where I target the catfish in the wintertime. But I like using like the smaller, like the smaller shiners.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you'll have a chance to hit a walleye. I mean, anything will hit a shiner, like walleyes. But a lot of times if I'm out there like targeting the catfish, just strictly going for catfish, I use chicken livers.
Why not, right? I mean, it works in the summertime.
That's what I use in the summertime. That's what I do. I literally put it like a foot. I put it a foot above off bottom with a chicken liver, and that's it. A little small treble, golden.
Boom. That's pretty cool. That's a good way to go about doing it.
I mean, one of my biggest fish last year was a catfish. Like my biggest fish last year was a catfish.
How big was that?
You only grabbed the picture? It's on the wall. It was 34 inches long.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Dang.
I mean, that's a big catfish, man. I caught that on a cast king, like a little cast king. Yeah. And I had a little rosy red on there, and I was trout fishing that day. And I seen it on the live scope come in, and I'm like, that's not a trout, because that thing was big. And then it hit it, and that pole doubled over, and that was the funnest catch last year, honestly.
So wait, you caught it jigging?
Yes, I was jigging for rainbow trout, which I hardly ever do. I don't jig fish at all. Yeah. But yes, I was jigging for rainbow trout.
I've spent a lot of time with Willie fishing, and I think I've seen Willie jig for maybe 2 hours total.
Dude, I don't care for it, but I went jigging for lake trout up on Superior by Standard Rock this summer. Dude, you have to go with. I had an absolute blast, dude.
So let's run through your summer. What you did last year? You coming off, you had a great ice fishing. A lot of great content came out of there, and then you kind of had some new opportunities for the summertime. What did you do in the summertime, and kind of walk us through your summer?
Summertime. I did. This is the most I've ever summer fished in my life. Was this year. Started hitting. Oh, I don't know about you, but I like bluegill fishing in the summer, but not in the wintertime. I hate it. But I did a lot of bluegill fishing. I went salmon fishing like 4 times out on Lake Michigan, Superior. And then I went jigging for Lakers this summer out there on Standard Rock. I went with Angling Adventures Guide Service with Captain Brandon Sislow, and we went out there for 3 days out there on Standard Rock. Dude, we had a blast out there. I slept on the boat, and I'm not going to lie, it sucked.
Really? Because was it because it's moving or what?
Yeah, dude, the waves, man. I was trying to sleep, and I was rolling. I was like rolling, getting tossed around, and it didn't matter, dude. Like we were like going into the waves, or you doing side to side, and I woke up like 3 times on the floor where I fell off, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. So I just like huddled in the corner and just went to bed on the floor because I didn't care anymore.
That's funny. Could get drunk up there, maybe. Just pass out.
When we got back to the landing after the 3rd day, I tried walking because Brandon's like, here's the keys, go get the truck, back trailer up. I couldn't walk, dude. I thought I was drunk because I had my sea legs,
Yeah, that's pretty crazy how that works.
It does. You spend a couple days on the water, doing that. That's a real thing. I believe it.
For sure. That's cool.
I built a podcast studio.
I see that.
Yep, that was one of the things I really wanted to. This was a game changer. So I took my barn and I hired a guy, contractor to come in, and he put a wall in, insulated, and put cedar in, and it looked pretty good.
It does look great.
I'm happy with it. Because I was going for like that rustic theme kind of,
That's cool. It could be your base for your content coming up then?
Yeah, that's going to be the base. This is my home base. I'm still working on it. Like now it's like I'm getting super busy because ice fishing's now. You got the Ice Expo. I'm working a full-time job as a driving choo-choo train. And I'm doing that. And I'm raising a kid. I have a wife. I'm just so busy. And running the media page. And, some people are like, I'm a one-man show, I'm the one that's doing all the Wisco 3. Like, I don't have anybody else to help me right now. I'm starting to get to that point where I'm going to have someone start helping me because I just can't keep up.
So how much do you post daily?
It depends. Honestly, on average, I usually post 20 times a day between pictures, videos, and texts or, messages, at least 20 a day. I just did a post yesterday. I looked up, for the last 90 days, how many posts do you think I did in the last 90 days?
200?
2,192 posts in 90 days. That's videos, pictures, text, like, words and stuff, like all of it. That's like over 2,000 in 90 days. That's a lot.
This is why I see you probably more than I see my wife. Every time on my phone, you're pretty much in front of me everywhere I go.
Yeah, I post consistently. I mean, even today I've been slacking, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of burnt out the last week. I've just been tired and I don't know. I needed a reset. I mean, everybody needs a little bit of reset, but like yesterday, I really pounded the content yesterday, and today I honestly was just busy fishing and just relaxing today, so today I really didn't post anything.
That's good. Do you have problems posting out no man's land, cell service, or is that not a problem for you out there?
I don't have that problem. I got the Starlink Mini.
Okay.
So I use that a lot.
There you go.
So that way I got high-speed internet wherever I go. I don't have no issues, none of that.
That sounds fun.
Yep.
I'm not worry about that at all. So you're taking a little break. I suppose you need to take a break before the Ice Expo because you're gonna be going apeshit crazy there probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there Friday and Saturday for sure. Sunday, it's up in the air. I'm thinking about Sunday. It's like weather permitting. If the weather's crappy, and then I'm gonna go to the expo, But if it's decent, then I'm gonna run back home and I'm gonna go fishing.
I got you. So this will be out after the expo. So what booths are you going to be at? What are you going to be doing for those people?
Okay, so I'm going to be at the Eskimo booth. I started work, and now I'm on the Eskimo Pro staff. That started officially a couple weeks ago. So that's new and exciting in my life. So now I'm with the pro staff with Eskimo. I'm working a lot with the Walleye Warriors up by Stevens Point. And I also started working with C&J Custom Rods out of Clover. And that started a couple months ago. So I'm working with him on custom rods this year.
Nice.
So I'll be at the C&J booth, the C&J custom rod booth, and then I will be at the Eskimo booth, and then I'll pretty much just be everywhere. You'll see me walking around. Trust me, I'll be walking around.
What are you gonna be wearing?
Ta-da! My hat. Oh, this ain't my hat. This is Angling Ventures hat, but I got my hats will be in. I called today. My hats will be in on Thursday. They said. They said that, yeah. They said Wednesday, Thursday that they're going to be done.
Well, that's cool. So is that another area you want to push into? Get a little merch out there.
Yep, I'm bringing all my merch with me in the truck. I'm going to be pushing merch. Anybody that wants to buy any. Yeah.
So when it comes to Willie ice fishing,
yep.
do people track you down? How do you deal with the people that are looking for you?
I don't know. I mean, I get it. I mean, like the other day, I had a kid. He found where I was at, and I saw him drive by, and he parked next to me, but he was acting like, like stretching, like, you know, he wasn't there. And then, because my windows are like super tinted, you can't see in at all in my truck. And I rolled the window down and he was like, "Oh, hey, it's Willie." I'm like, "Hey, buddy." And he's like, "You care if I fish with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, if you want to." I mean, the kid was nice, you know, and
Hey, listeners, let's talk outdoor streaming. What is the best outdoor streaming platform out there? Well, it's simple. It's Fixed TV. Not only do they have this great program, but they have all kinds of hunting and fishing shows, along with some weaponry shows. So when you get bored and need something to do, get your fix with Fixed TV.
you know, I'm typically nice, you know, mostly 99%. But he asked me to, you know, show him how to set up a finicky fooler, you know, I mean, so I went and drilled the hole, and I taught him step by step how to rig one, how to set it up, and everything for pike.
That's cool. So do you, well, you know, that would be, if you didn't catch such big walleyes on Pete and Wall, people would leave you alone. Just a thought. I bet if you were a bluegill fisherman, no one would care about Willie.
Probably. I mean, I think I'm an okay fisherman. I don't think I'm the world's greatest. I don't think nobody is. I mean, even look at me the last 3 days. I mean, my first day out, I caught a bass. That was my first fish of the year. The second day I went out, the next day I caught 2 pike. And then today I went out and I caught 1 pike. You know, it's just a game of the game. I mean, I can go back tomorrow and probably get 20 flags, you know?
Yeah, it's putting your time in, really. A lot of people want to watch through your content, but then realize you're actually putting time in for that content. It just doesn't, you know, you just go.
Yeah, and you know, and I only get so many days off to go. You know, that's the problem. Like, I only got so many days off to go fishing. You know.
Right. Yeah, you gotta jam them in when you get them in.
Yeah, and like January 9th, guess where I'm going January 9th? I'm going to Lake Winnipeg up in Canada for 2 weeks with me, Ryan, Lucas, and Mario are going up there to Lake Winnipeg. So that's gonna be different because I've never fished up there, and I don't know how to dig fish.
Can you guys all get to Canada?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a passport, Ryan. Yeah, we all got passports. So yeah.
I necessarily mean you, but I wasn't sure about the rest of the staff.
No, so I got my passport. They gave me the wrong name the first time. So I had to send it back and get a new name. And so that way I can cross the border. But yeah, they spelled my name wrong.
Oh, that's May.
They added they called me Max, Willie Max. I'm serious.
Although, hey, you should have kept that one. It could be a porn name for you in the future. Willie Mac. Willie Max. I like that. There you go.
Yeah.
Get your finicky fooler. Willie Max and his finicky fooler.
Mm-hmm. And like cool. Lucas and Mario, they're from Poland.
I suppose so.
You know, I mean, they got their passports, obviously, but you know,
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Do you know who you fishing with up there? Is there a service you're going out of?
Yeah, we're going with a guide. We're going with a guide. I don't know who it is. I told Lucas because he's like because he calls me, he's like, "William, we should go to Winnipeg." I'm like, okay. He's like, "I'll get everything set up and we'll go." I'm like, okay. So he set up everything, Airbnb, the guides, all of it. So yeah. I honestly know that I'm going to Winnipeg on January 9th. So I leave the 9th and I'll be back on the 20th.
Wow, that's a trip, man.
Yeah, I told you, man, like it's going to be a trip of a lifetime, that's for sure.
Hope we get some of those big old greenbacks up there.
I know, that's going to be insane. Like I'm honestly like really excited, honestly.
And it's going to be cold as fuck up there too.
You think so?
I mean, you're in Canada.
So we got our first 2 days there. We're doing running and gunning. Like we're going to be in the Bearcat and Snowcat, or were they the Snow Bears?
Snow Bear, yep.
Yeah, Snow Bears. All right. So we're going to be in the Snow Bear doing running and gunning for 2 days. And then we're going to do like, you know, kind of like day shacks where they're going to drop us off in day shacks and stuff for 2 days. And then we're going to go back to 2 days of running and gunning because we didn't want to do, you know, I figured we would probably get burnt out, you know, by day 5, you know, like get burnt out. So that's why we did 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days.
That makes sense. Yeah. Gives you a couple of days to get shit faced in the middle there. Yeah. Have some fun.
Dude, Lucas and Mario, dude, they can drink, man. I'll tell you what.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Anything else planned for the winter? Is that it for now?
I got a couple trips. I'm going to Lake Superior. I got a couple trips I'm planning for Lake Superior. I want to go to Detroit Lakes again up by Minnesota. I want to come down for the sturgeon spearing. Yeah, I want to go to Winnebago. I want to go for the sturgeon spearing and go hang out. I've never been there, and I want to go see, where they hang them.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it called what? Winds on the Lake?
Yep.
Right? Yeah, I want to go see it. I've never seen it in person, and I've always wanted to, and that's why I'm going to go do this year. Like, I just want to go see it,
That one's pretty cool. So you have some other ones. That one's pretty cool. There's one called Jerry's Bar that they do the same thing, and that's closer. That's down in Oshkosh. Wentz is down by Van Dyne. And then if you want to be crazy, you go to the one in Winneconne, which is off Lake Point, called Walleyes. And there you can take shots and drink out of the sturgeon because they bring them into the bar. They cover the pool table and lay them on the pool table. So you can do shots out of the gills if you want.
No.
Whatever goes, basically, if you want to go hang out there.
No. I'm not doing a shot out of a minnow or off a sturgeon or anything like that. I'm good.
There is nothing better than walking into the bar and seeing a half a dozen sturgeon hanging over the edge of a pool table in the middle of a bar.
Oh, you know what, Matt? We should definitely go to like Lake of the Woods, Upper Red. We should plan a trip like late season though, because I'm booked out. Like my next available trip is gonna be like end of January, February.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. What else? Okay, so I'm gonna get into some of your gear.
Oh boy.
You are a tip up man, so we're gonna have a tip up game today.
Oh boy.
I've been debating on this all day I honestly, even though I chat GP'd it, I believe that a finicky fooler is not a tip up.
What? How?
I think it's something else. I don't think it's a straight tip up.
All right. To me, this is not a tip up. This is something else different. This is like, different. A tip up is a tip up. This is kind of like a tip up because it's got the flag, but I think this is on itself. It's not a jaw jacker. It's not a hook setter,
No, but I think it's in that category. I think there's different because it's not all encompassed in one unit, right? The flag and all that stuff's not encompassed in one unit. So I kind of feel like they're different.
Yeah.
That's your main go-to. Why is that your main go-to?
Especially for like those finicky walleye, they feel a little tension, they'll drop. They'll just drop it. For this, I can set the sensitivity. On when this thing triggers. Like I can slide this all the way back for a really light bite. So when that walleye grabs it and starts swimming away with it, he doesn't feel it in his mouth at all. He's just, he doesn't feel it because this thing is free. The bail is open. So the bail is open and he's just taking the line. So to me, like when I see a flag, I don't run over there right away. I just keep an eye on it, watch it, make my way over there, and then I'll just, flick the bail over when I'm ready and then set the hook.
Right.
So
you don't have any issues with the windy and shit pulling it off and the line getting blown to the side and frozen and all that shit?
So to get the line, for the line blowing away, like you said, I use a weight on the end of mine.
Okay.
So I use a weight just to put on there, just to, you can kind of see, but see how I got a weight, and then I got a little glow bead right here. But the only reason I put that glow bead on here is so that this weight doesn't pound that knot so bad. Mm-hmm. You got to keep an eye on that.
Yep.
So I've got Suffix 832 10-pound on here on braid. And then here I've got green on here right now, but this is 20-pound fluoro. And then I got a sun drop bead that glows in the dark. So you can put your black light on there and it'll glow. So when you get those deep water walleyes, that'll help a lot.
So is that your same setup for everything? You just change the line size, the line?
Yep. So this is probably my go-to setup for pike and walleye. I do change it so on Petenwell, they open the dams up, right? So they're going to lower the water down and you got more current, right? So when after January, after they open the dams up and the current starts to pick up, I'll switch this weight out for a bigger one, because that'll help hold that down in the current.
Okay. But you don't put it directly on the bottom. That's more of a kind of a sail for itself, right?
Yeah. So I put I usually run 2 to 3 feet off bottom. That's just me. Some people like to be 6 inches, a foot, wherever, but to me, my happy medium is like that 2 to 3 foot range off bottom.
And you're basically fishing breaks out there, right? River breaks.
I'm fishing the breaks, the old river channel, the turns, the break, like where like the old river channel will double back, where you'll sit on the back side of that, or, even on the mud flats. I mean, you can go on the mud flats, where it's like, 15 to 18 foot mud flat, and you can go out there and find eater walleyes all day.
Wow.
So if you want to go for,
Do you get into the trees at all? Fish the trees at all, or not really?
Dude, yeah. But if you fish the trees, I call it the enchanted forest. If you fish the enchanted forest, if you get a flag, you need to hurry up and go over and set that hook quickly.
If not, you're losing some shit.
Yep. You know how many times I've got wrapped around last year where I was wrapped in trees? That's why, like, when I'm over by the forest, where the trees are and stuff like that, like, I don't spread my lines out really far. Like, I'll put them, a good, not far away from the shack, but enough where it's like I can get there quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah.
And you don't jig it all over there.
Dead stick. Finicky foolers.
I gotcha.
And then when it's like super, super windy, 40-mile-an-hour winds, I don't even take the finickies out. I'll just use tip ups because it's just too hard with the wind like that. You got the whole covers, and then, and then had it like when you have days that, like certain ice conditions, like last year, like we didn't have that much snow. Dude, on glare ice, this thing, even though I packed it, put snow around it, it just flew away.
Need some spikes in the bottom of that bad boy.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm gonna talk to the owner soon, and I've got a couple ideas to enhance this better. So we'll see what he says, but I've got a couple things that can make the finicky fooler maybe just a little bit better.
Hey, anything's better, right? So what is your rating tip ups? What's your best what's your top 2 or 3?
Honestly, my polar tip up, my HT polar tip up, the plastic one, like the original polar one.
Yep.
That was probably my go-to. Like, I still have my beaver dams. I'm never going to get rid of them. I love my beaver dams. But for me, when you got a bunch of people and you want to go out and you got your buddies coming out and they don't have their stuff, I keep a bucket of tip ups in the truck, and they're all the polar HT. They're all ready to go, You don't
so
like I'm going to say,
you're not a circle guy?
No.
Nope. Why
not? I don't know. Just never have.
Oh.
I've got 2 of them.
I use like a windjammer like that?
No, I've never done that. No. But I want to say, like, so for me, I'm going to say the Polar HT tip up is probably my go-to tip up. The second one is Beaver Dam. The third one, maybe the Fravel one. I don't know. Those are the only 2 brands I've ever used. So I can't really say,
Yeah, there's so many out there right now. It's kind of crazy. I
was just on Instagram a week ago, and there's another guy that invented another tip up, another design, like another wooden tip up. And I'm like, how many wooden tip ups are there going to be?
I mean, you got the old stick ones. Those are kind of cool.
Oh, you're talking about the one that, like, the flag bends over, like, comes around that. I've always wanted to get one of those and just try it because I think they're just cool. They're different.
Definitely cool. Yeah, I have one. I went someplace I don't use. I got it just to put on the wall. I don't even know where I put it. But yeah, they're kind of cool. The old school ones.
Well, even some of my beaver dams up there on the wall. I got commemorative ones. Like, I got my grandfather up in the attic. I got my grandfather's beaver dam tip up from back in the day.
Yeah, it's something about a beaver dam tip up though. Just I don't know. It just I guess just the tradition behind the old tip up. You can beat it up pretty good and it takes care of itself. The colors, man. You got a old school red beaver dam tip up from the 60s or something.
I got a green. I got the green ones.
Yeah, I got a green one, an old red one, and that's it. All the rest of them I've repainted for some reason. But,
did you?
Yeah. I thought I was being cool and paint over some cool colors. I'm like, oh darn it, I should have kept them the way they were.
But now
I know.
you get so many versions of this, that they make a different commemorative
Oh, I
series.
know, dude. Like, where? Oh, it's over there. Never mind. I've got that walleye. I got that walleye edition Beaver Dam. That one is probably one of my favorite Beaver Dam tip ups. Like I want to find another one. I only got one, and I've been looking for a second one. When I do find it, I'm going to buy it because I just think they look cool.
Right? Yeah, it's weird. You go through. I was in Shields the other day, and they have all kinds of ones that are in little tubes you pop out. There's just so many different versions of everything. Everybody has a version of what already was too. Like there's a couple other company makes the Beaver Dam versions. There's other HT versions of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What else is out there? The Circle one. I think Clam's got a Circle one, the big goofy fucking head on it now. That makes really no sense to me. But I mean, it's gonna light up the whole world. You're gonna know where you're at when that thing goes off.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the stuff I think it just is what it is.
Yeah.
What are you pole wise? Talk to me about your poles you're using this year.
This one I'm going to be working. I'm doing more. This one right here, the C&J custom rod, Ice Commander 36-inch Deadeye. This one I like. Right, this one's one of my favorite for walleye right now because like it's got a good backbone. It's nice and stiff, and then you have you got the sensitivity on the end.
Right.
So this one I like a lot for walleye. But for pike, I've got, I picked these up last year. Let me grab one real quick. So I bought these at the Bighorn store out on Petenwell, and I walked in there and I seen these sitting there on the sale, and I bought those the purple PC Fun reels, and then I saw this guy. Look at how purple that is. And I like it. It paired good, dude.
That's cool.
But this one right here is a automatic ice fisherman 30-inch medium.
Nice.
Medium light. And this is my go-to. This is my go-to, like this is my favorite rod, dude. Like for pike and walleye, this is my go-to. 30-inch
awesome.
is my go-to.
And a big shout out to the Bighorn. What a great place that is. If you're ever in that area, people stop by, check out the Bighorn on Lake Petenwell. They have everything you need and some other things, and they're also super awesome out there. Not many times, people give you the right information. They generally give you what you need to know.
Oh yeah, I like going to Joe. I mean, Joe at the Bighorn, awesome.
Plus, in one of the first places I saw that you could get your own made-to-take drinks. I know they have some places that are packaged up now, but when I first saw him over there, he was packaging those things up. So you get yourself a can with ice in it, and then the bag will have your shooter and your soda with it. And you're ready for the day. So
you can take that with you.
kind of nice.
Yeah, it is.
3 or 4 different flavors you want.
It's right there by the Adams County Park. I mean, you get off County Road Z, and then there's the bake shop, and then you go around the corner like not a quarter mile, and you're at the boat landing, dude. And you're headed out. I mean, the Adams County Park is like right in the middle of Petenwell. So like when you get on, you can go south, you can go north, you can go to the Juneau County side straight across, or you can go wherever you want.
It kind of surprises me that lake doesn't get fished more often. I mean, I know it's in the middle of kind of nowhere, but you think that would be more of a destination for people to go to. I don't know if it's because people don't really understand the ice or whatnot. I mean, it seems.
Well, I think people are more scared. More people are scared when they start lowering that lake down, which, they should, because, you got all that current. They're lowering that lake 6 to 8 feet. That's a lot, 6 to 8 feet.
Yeah.
And then, the landings go to crap because now they're going to, go down in angles and stuff. Then you're going to get the pressure ridges. You're going to get the current out in the middle. So, like, you get near that out to the middle, you could have a foot over here and have 4 inches over there.
Right.
Once that current picks up,
I gotcha. So you're telling people to stay off the lake? Is that what you're saying now?
No, I ain't staying off the lake. There's only been a couple times where I went out there on Petenwell and was like, nope, not doing it.
I do love it. I mean, I grew up over in Oshkosh, and it was always a trip once or twice a year we'd go out there because you could still, it's kind of like Bago, and not really like Bago at all, but there's white bass basically. So you can catch white bass. If you get white bass, you can bang away on those things all day long. A lot more, like you said earlier, you're catching catfish, walleyes,
pike. I mean, I caught a 39-inch pike last year, way out there. Like, I went to set the hook on it, and I was like, okay, that's not a walleye.
It is funny because I was out with you last year and went out to one of your secret spots.
Yep.
And from Winnebago, we don't put out tips. We just move and jig, right? And so I like, okay, well, I'm going to put some tips out, make him happy. And I'm going to go out there with my live scope and my Vexilar, and I'm going to fucking hammer some walleyes and show him what business is. I proceeded to sit and watch Willie sit and watch me and laugh at me as he made videos as I'm jigging at walleye after walleye after walleye coming by that wants nothing to do.
Nope, dude, they are tight-lipped, dude. They will come up and look at it and be like, nope.
Yeah, and I'm doing that. I'm changing my stuff. I actually was changing my stuff because I wanted to prove a point that I could catch a fish jigging. And all I kept hearing in the background was 11 o'clock bite window, 11 o'clock bite window. And wouldn't you know it, about 11:04, the flags start going up. And I'm like, Jesus, this guy's got this lake dialed in over here.
Dude, I know. Dude, like, I love it. Like, I'm not dissing a lot of people, but, like, a lot of people, like, they'll get out there in the morning, bright-eyed, bushy tail, like, before daybreak, going out there, getting their bait, getting out there. And here's me and Ryan rolling up at the bait shop, 8, 9 o'clock, like, 8 o'clock, rolling up, getting our coffee, and, we're taking our sweet time, and as long as my lines are in the water by 9, because I figured the bite windows are like 9, 11, 1, 3, and you might get one around dark, but it just seems like every couple hours out of nowhere, like they'll just start biting like crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts that you dialed in that day. I was like,
1 o'clock, dude. Yeah, 1 o'clock is 1 p.m. is like the golden hour. That's my golden hour, 1 o'clock.
Right. Yeah, it's a cool lake to fish. I mean, I go out there in the summer too. There's a lot of stuff out there to fish. There's a lot of structure. There's if you want to be in the trees, you can be in the trees. If you want to be in the river channels, they have huge flats everywhere. I mean, there's a lot to offer out there.
Yeah, you can go inside those bays, and go target pike, and like there's so much stuff you can do, That's why I like that lake, because it's so big and it's just so big. You have so many opportunities, on what you want to target.
So you said you're running the PC Fun reels as well?
Yep. This one, the Carbon X2, this is the Carbon X 500s. So for my walleye rods, I prefer the 500s. And then for my northern pike rods and, like my northern pike rods, and I like using the 1000s.
A little more line just in case they spool you.
Just a little bit more line, and I don't know. I run thicker line for the pike, obviously. So that's why I like using the 1000s. But I think my go-to combo is, the PC Fun 500, either the Carbon, either the Carbon X or the Viper, the Viper X.
Mm-hmm.
That one right there, that Viper X is my favorite. Like, that is my favorite reel so far.
It's nice when you get something that you like and you can use, and it's affordable, and that doesn't break the bank, right? So you've had a little bit of time in the new Eskimo gear. What do you think?
I love the suit. I love the new suit. I got the new Expedition suit, and I love it. I was warm. Like, I haven't had any issues. I haven't honestly. I have the shack sitting right here. I got the new Eskimo 2600 flip, and I have not put it together yet. It's been sitting here. I got it out of the box. So that's the start, right? It's out of the box.
You know what you could do? You could do for all of us. You could set up a live stream. Just put it in the corner of the garage. Have Ryan come over. Have Lucas, have Mario come over. And
that's what I was thinking about doing. Is I was going to put my phone on the mount, looking down over here in the corner, and then I was going to set up my GoPros in different angles, and then do the time lapse.
There you go.
Like, I just seen Dory sell.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's like, isn't she one of the Otter girls?
I think so, yeah.
Right. Anyway, I just seen her video on Instagram where she did the time lapse where she was building the otter flip, and I'm like, that is genius. Like, I'm gonna do a time lapse. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see how long it takes you too. I mean, sometimes I think when I put mine together, it was about a 2-hour struggle, and I hadn't put that brand together before. That was kind of half the problem. I think if I did
I've never put one together.
You've never put any of them together, have you?
No, I've always bought mine off of Facebook Marketplace, already done. That's why I was like, even like the one day I went to, I think it was Farm and Fleet, and they had them sitting there. I was like, can I buy this display model? And they said, no. I'm like, even if I pay you another $100, they're like, no. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not buying it then. So I quickly went on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, found one 3 miles away, and I drove down there, bought it, and threw it in the back of the truck. It was done. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah.
So what new stuff is there that you're, besides the Eskimo stuff, that you're looking to use this year?
What new stuff am I looking forward to use?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I mean, I got a new rod case from Shields. I got the real big one, the 42-inch.
Okay.
That one, I like that rod case. Like, I've been using, shotgun cases. And now I'm just like, all right, okay, I need a big boy case. So that's why I went and bought a big boy case now, because I could put 8 rods in there now.
Don't you feel that they're selling us so much fucking shit for storage that we're losing space because of the storage now?
I don't know.
The tackle box are getting bigger. Everything's got a storage case now.
Yep. But even like my electronic bag, like I have a bag full of my electronics, like my GoPros, all my batteries, all my electronics. I have a container that's for my electronics.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
and it's a lot, dude. I mean, I think I got a big sled. I got the Otter large whatever sled, right? And that one, I feel like I need a bigger one now because I can't put all my stuff in it. I'm just being honest, man.
Well, now you have the shack to put it all in. You're not much of a shack guy either.
Huh?
You're not much of a shack guy either, are you?
I am, and I'm not. I mean, I used to be, I used to, huddle inside the shack all day, and hide in there and hide. Well, now it's like, like last year, it's like, I realized like I didn't even put my shack up like more than 12 times last year.
Right. Well, the gear nowadays is so freaking warm.
Oh my dude.
You put a pair of good bibs on, man, and your life is good.
Dude, I'm wearing gray sweatpants underneath my bibs, and I'm warm, like I like, even the other day it was like 0 or -5 we had last week, and I was warm. I had no problem. The only thing I got cold were my little fingers.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but my hands get cold all the time.
I'm not too bad. I mean, as obviously as I get older, they're not as trusty as they used to be, but generally I can hang on for a bit. As long as my core's good, I got a good suit on, and your chest is covered. I generally don't even wear a jacket too often. I'm more of a sweater and a hoodie guy. That's about it.
Same here. I wear like a thin layer underneath, and then I wear my hoodie, and then I'll wear my jacket. But like you said, 9 cents out of 10, I'm not wearing my jacket. 9 cents out of 10 is usually, hanging up or in the sled.
Right, mine's usually in the bottom of the sled protecting the camera gear.
Yeah,
that's usually what it's doing. But that's the best part. I mean, that makes life a little easier, though. When I was a kid, it was, you wearing old sorrels and sandwich bags around there so your feet didn't get wet. Now you got
really.
You ever done that?
No.
Oh, dude, I have a pair of shoes that we weren't poor growing up, but we were fiscally responsible. And my dad bought a pair of boots, sorrels for himself. I still have them. He handed them down to me when I was, I think, 12. He already had them for 10 years. They leaked. They were so full of caulk that my mom would give me sandwich bags to put around my socks so my feet would stay, well, she thought they would stay dry, but the sandwich bags made my feet sweat so bad. I might as just went barefoot. But yeah, I still have those shoes. I should break those bad boys out.
Like these ones, like this one, right? These boots right here, these are my boots that I wear. These things are a pound. Dude, these things are so lightweight. They come with like 2 different, the inserts for like the for there. They come with 2 of them, and you can take this out and use it during the summer.
Oh, nice.
But these are like, lightweight. They're Lemigos, made in Poland.
Poland. Hey, it's cold over there.
Yeah, I got these at the Graph, or was it Graph USA? Right?
I never heard of it.
I don't know. They were at the expo last year, but I found these boots at the expo last year, and dude, heck yes.
That's cool.
These
It's pretty.
favorite.
The cool part is I like that the Eskimo. What the fuck am I trying to say?
Expo.
Yeah, there you go. Expo. The Expo. And I like that we have one in Wisconsin. It's been a while since we had one. I mean, I think back in the day we used to have little smaller ones, but there's a hell of a fishing community here, and it shows by how full that place was last year.
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, it was a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was going to be smaller, and I got there, and I'm like, wow, this is a lot bigger than I thought. Like, a lot bigger.
Right, and they added they opened up another building for us too. So there's a building and a half this year. So that's pretty cool. So, I don't know who else is coming for other places, but it's kind of cool. I mean, the list is a who's who of the industry, right? Of ice fishing stuff, and everything's there that you need, and the deals are good. So, you get to sit and it's early enough in the year that we're not too hardcore going at fishing it. We're just getting started, so everybody still has time to come out for a day and.
That even like me, like, I'm going to, obviously, like there's a couple things that I want to buy at the expo. There's always that cool gear that you haven't seen yet. Like there's a couple things I want to buy at the expo that I'm waiting, because I was going to, order them online, but I'm like, well, I'm going to see them next weekend anyway. So I'll just stop by their booth. Right.
That's pretty funny. Talking to some of the guys at their booth last year, we're surprised at how much they just sold out of their stuff. And, they weren't expecting the turnout they were going to get from us here in Oshkosh and Wisconsin.
I talked to Chris Christensen with C&J Custom Rods.
Yep.
They said they sold a lot. He said he was like, I can't believe how many rods. He was at the St. Paul one this weekend.
Yep.
But he told me, he's like, I cannot believe how many rods we sold. I'm like, that's crazy, dude.
That's nuts. I mean, everything was there. Everything's always good prices and good people. Ice fishermen, other than parking next. What's your biggest ice fishing pet peeve?
I hate when people want to go put flags, or like they'll put a shack.
Hey listeners, let's talk outdoor streaming. What is the best outdoor streaming platform out there? Well, it's simple. It's Fix TV. Not only do they have this great program, but they have all kinds of hunting and fishing shows along with some weaponry shows. So when you get bored and need something to do, get your fix with Fix TV.
Right by me. That drives me nuts. Or they'll go over and they'll see you catching fish, and then they'll come over and put a tip up right by you. That is my biggest pet peeve. For me, if I go to a spot and the guy is in kind of the spot I want to fish, I'll walk up and say, hey man, do you care if I fish over this way? And stay away from you? And you're like, yeah, but I hate when people don't even ask. They just come over and just sit down next to you and just stare at you. To me, it's like, come on, just say, hey, do you care if I come over and fish over this way, and you stay over that way?
Right. Yeah, that can be pretty annoying. And, over here, I don't know if you guys experience it much on Poigan Day you're out there, but it's a lot of move and reset, move and fish. And people seem to think that with that kind of fishing, it doesn't matter how close they get to you.
I don't know. I mean, when we were out on Poigan, we set up in one place because Ryan looked at the map and was like, X marks the spot. That's where we're going. I'm like, whatever. So we get there, we set up, and it took 15, 20 minutes. But then after that, we were pulling walleyes and white bass out like crazy. We had a blast.
Right. And that was jigging, wasn't it not?
No.
You weren't jigging?
That was dead sticks. Ryan was jigging for the white bass. So Ryan was jigging in the shack, and then I had all 3 of my lines outside on the finickies, and we were pulling walleyes in left and right.
Fair enough.
But that was a different body of water. I'm not used to fishing walleye in shallow water, dude.
But I
didn't know how thick it was. I go over to the hole, drill the hole. I opened the bail, and it was like thunk. I'm like, that's it. And I'm like, Ryan, how thick is it? He's like, it's 8 foot deep. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's it? He's like, it's 6 over here.
You're riding the edge.
Dude, it was a definitely an experience because I usually don't fish walleyes in shallow water. Like usually on peak, well, the shallowest I'll go is like 15 foot.
That's funny. So do you like going to different bodies of water? Is that do you like doing that, or you kind of just like, as long as you're out fishing, that's all that matters?
I guess I like going to different lakes too because it's an experience. Like you literally don't know what you're going to catch. You know, you don't know. You know, like if I go out on peat, well, I pretty much know what I'm going to catch. But if you go to a different lake, like Huygen, Winnebago, I mean, Superior, Lake Michigan, you don't know what you're going to catch. You know, it's kind of cool of the adventures. You know, you never know what you're going to get yourself into.
Right. That is true. That is true.
And I like to have adventures. You know, it's like, yeah, like I've gone on a couple of adventures this summer where, you know, guess what? We didn't really catch that much. Like I went out for kings, you know, obviously we limited out on cohos and we caught 1 king. You know, it's like that's the way the cookie crumbles.
That is true. That is true. You came with me in Green Bay and we caught nothing that day.
Nope.
And then you left, and then I figured it out and caught all kinds of fish next day. So I mean,
yeah. And then we went to where did we go up north? We went up north with Ashley.
Door County. We went
to Door County with Matt. And I went with Matt and Ashley from Minnesota. And guess what? I didn't catch anything. I really didn't.
No, you know. And then you left, and then the next day I jumped in with David, and we caught, I think 5 over 26, something like that.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy. You know, it's like you can go there one day and catch a bunch, and you can go back next day and not catch anything.
Right. It's gorgeous up there, though.
Oh, it was nice. I liked it.
Where's your favorite place to fish?
Lake Petenwell.
Petenwell,
probably my favorite. Probably one of my go-tos. Like Petenwell is my go-to now. Like I was never a walleye fisherman ever. Like I didn't even know how to catch a walleye until 5 years ago. So I think it was I want to say it was 5 or 6 years ago. That's when I started to learn about, because my one buddy, they have a little party thing. They all get together on Petenwell and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we went there, and they invited me out and asked me if I wanted to go out walleye fishing. I was like, I don't know how to fish for walleye. I have no idea what I'm doing. So they taught me, and I caught some walleyes. They were, you know, little guys.
Yeah.
You know, less than 15 inches. But yeah, after that, I just started going out on Petenwell.
And then that was your hook then after that.
Well, then I just kept going out on Petenwell, and the next thing you know, I ended up meeting Ryan. Ryan put on a Facebook group looking to go out on Petenwell because he moved up here from Illinois. And I was like, well, I'm going out. Like, if you want to meet me at the Adams County Park, I'm leaving at 8 a.m. And sure as crap, he was there. And I've been fishing with Ryan ever since.
Right. So you telling me you two goofballs met on a random Facebook page?
I met Lucas at the bar.
That's funny. That's funny. But
it's kind of crazy how you meet people. You know what I'm saying? Like over the years, like, I met you. You came and found me at the Ice Expo because I came around the corner and Matt's standing there. And he's like, Willie? Like, maybe.
Right. So that's weird. I mean, the one thing about fishermen, everybody wants to go fishing, man. If you take somebody, you know, meet the landing or whatever, you can always put a post out and someone's going to want to go fishing with you.
Dude, for sure. I mean, I get so many messages about going, you know, fishing with people. I probably got 3 today of people that want to go fishing with me today. Like, or, you know, message me and say, hey, you want to go fishing tomorrow? And I'm like, sorry, man, I can't. You know, it's like I get messages all the time of like, even today, I had these, I wouldn't call them kids. They're younger than me, but they're up by Stevens Point and they're like, hey, man, you want to come up? And I was like, okay. I was like, give me some dates and I'll see if I can work and I'll come up there. And they're like, are you serious? You're serious? You come up here? I was like, sure.
Right? Why not? I mean, you learn so much from everybody that you fish with, right? I mean,
dude, that's the one thing I have learned, that everybody fishes different, dude. You fish different. I fish different. Everybody fishes different. I don't get how to put it, like how you rig up your stuff, how, everything.
Yeah, everybody does everything slightly different, and you can take a little bit of stuff from this person, that person, kind of hone your skills. And
it is, it's like me. It's like I developed my own style. Like me doing the way I did it was all self-taught. I didn't. I just kind of figured it out, I guess.
Works. It works, right? I mean, that's the
That's
best thing is, and when you figure it out and you get that tug, then you want to do that over and over and over again.
Yeah, like right now, it's like I know it works on peat and well for walleyes, and I know, like I spend a lot of time on peat and well.
Do you don't do much in the way of graphs or electronics?
No.
You think you have an app on your phone? I think you use. That's about it.
Yeah, I got the OnX app, like the hunting app.
Yeah.
And I just put on there like it's. You can look at my map on there on peat and well, and it's like every slot walleye I've ever caught. It's like bing, 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 bing. Like I know, like you can. I'll even put on there like the time I caught it and how big it was, and then there's pins all over. So to me, I can just look at the map like, all right, I'm gonna sit right here. Like, remember the log?
Yep.
The piece of firewood, like that was my, that's how, like I knew I was going out there all the time. I put this log on the lake out there, this little piece of wood, and Matt's like, oh look, someone left a piece of firewood. I was like, no, that's my marker. I'm gonna drill my hole.
Right, that's a Wisco 3 GPS coordinate right there.
Yeah, I don't have a live scope. I want to get a live scope, but it's like every time I go fishing, it's like, like everybody has a live scope. A lot of the guys I fish with, like Lucas, Ryan, like everybody, like all have the live scope. So normally I don't fish by myself. It's either I'm fishing with someone at all.
Right, and it's one of those things where you're not really doing things that you really necessarily need that for, right? If you're doing a lot of dead sticking and you're basically fishing corridors and things like that.
We pretty much like we'll go out there and drill the hole, throw the live scope down and then scan, be like, okay, there's nothing here, pack up, let's go over that way.
Yep.
And then once we know kind of ballparkish where they're at, then we can look at the map, be like, okay, the river channel is right here. We want to run lines into the channel and dump, going like on the flat, going down into the channel and then down in the bottom of the channel.
Getting them on all phases.
Yeah, so that's why I like to spread out my lines, because once I know where the fish are going to be biting, if they're going to be on top, halfway down or at the bottom, then I can make adjustments and start moving my flags closer each way.
Right, and that's one thing I noticed. You do move quite a bit, even if it's in a small area. You're still moving your stuff around and try to zone that in.
Dude, you can move 3 feet, man. I've done it. Like we've literally caught nothing in this hole. We move it 5 feet over, and flag after flag. I just don't get it.
That's crazy.
And then you get the hot holes, like every time we go out, like you'll have a hot hole. Like last year, there was one hole where I got 12 slots out of last year.
Wow.
Out of the same hole. Why? I don't know.
That's crazy. So are you doing anything special for bait? Or is there any crazy live bait you're putting on the bottom of there, or just standard?
Not really. I mean, to me, it seems like whenever I go out, I usually put a variety pack in. So like, I don't get a dozen of 1 dozen of medium shiners. I'll get like some medium shiners, extra large fatheads, rosies, walleye suckers, creek chubs. It just depends on what they're going to bite. Because some days you go out there, the only thing they're going to bite on are rosy reds. And then you'll go there the next week, and then all they want are shiners. So to me, it seems like they transition. So like normally when I'll go out, like say if I'm going with Ryan or Lucas, we'll like, okay, you're going to run shiners and we're going to mix it up. Like you run one shiner, one rosy, whatever. Like we'll have our home base in the middle, and then I'll go that way. Ryan goes that way. Lucas goes that way. We spread it out. And then once we know where the flags start popping and what they're biting on, then we can go over and start switching. Because we'll be like, okay, what'd you get it on? It's like, oh, I got it on mine on a shiner. It's like, okay, I'm going to go over and switch to a shiner then. Then I'll just walk up real quick, take the rosy off and throw a shiner on, throw it down.
I gotcha. So if I wanted to get a couple tips from you this year to put more fish on the ice,
what would it be?
Yes.
Damn, I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess try to move around. I mean, if you're not getting the flags, then I said, obviously you're gonna move. You're gonna move. But to me, I don't know about you, but I watched the barometric pressure. I got one right here in my room. It's on the wall over here. I watched that. Like today, the barometric pressure was crap. So we had that storm coming in. So I already knew that we weren't going to get that many flags today.
I gotcha. That makes sense. So if you only go ice fishing one more time, where are you going? Who are you taking? What you fishing?
I'm going to Lake Petenwell with Ryan and Lucas and probably Ross too. Ross is fun to fish with too. And I'm going to say we're going to go target walleye on Lake Petenwell. Like, that's probably what I'm going to go for. But I also like pike too. Like, honestly, if you said one time, so I'm going to say walleye, Lake Petenwell with those yahoos.
Have you ever thought to try to get on muskies out there at all?
No. We've caught a couple muskie out there, but I've never I kind of know a couple of spots where I would like to go and target the muskie and walleye. I mean not walleye, but pike. But are you even allowed to target muskie in the winter?
No.
You're not allowed to? You're trying to get me in trouble.
I don't believe so. But it is a crazy muskie lake. I've caught a bunch of muskies in my life, just not there. So I don't know if I'm not necessarily ever fishing for muskies though. I just happened to catch them.
Yeah.
Most of them are under 3 feet, so it's not like they're monsters or nothing.
Ryan caught a nice one. We were out there on Petenwell. We put live scope down. We saw these fish that were we could see the blobs. They were suspended. So we're like, okay, it's either crappie, white bass, or whatever. So Ryan pulls the pole, grabs the crappie setup out of his bag, throws on a rosy red, throws it down. His flag goes up like 10 minutes later, and he goes and sets the hook on it. That thing doubled over, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but that's crazy. Like, it was just taking line. It took us over 10 minutes to get that thing through the hole. Because crazy. We didn't want to we're running like 4 or 5 pound, line for crappie and stuff. So it's we didn't want to horse it. We just let him run and just do his thing.
That's funny.
But we ended up landing it. That thing was awesome. You want to talk about the hooting and hollering when that thing came out of the hole? Holy crap, dude. That was cool. That was a good day.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being on again, man. I enjoyed my conversation with you. Do you got any plugs, anything coming up that we need to know about, pay attention to on the socials? I'm going to be working on a meet and greet. I'm going to be working on a meet and greet with a bunch of people that I'm working on. There's a project I'm working on. I don't want to spoil a lot of details yet, but it looks like it's going to be February sometime. I'm going to be hosting a meet and greet. I think it's going to, I can't say where yet. I'm working on it, but I'm working on a meet and greet in February. Awesome.
And I think it'd be fun. I don't know if people are actually going to show up. I don't know. I'm kind of a big deal now, but you know what I'm kind of looking forward to is so last year, it's I went to the expo and I thought, I just wore a regular hoodie, no logo, no nothing. And there were so many people that were like, hey, that's Wisco 3, that's Willie, and it's from last year to this year of how much I've grown in 1 year. I'm curious on how it's going to go at the expo, on how crazy it's going to be.
You might not have any time to do anything for yourself. Everybody's going to be filming you.
Yeah.
Maybe you can sign autographs. Maybe have you we'll do meet and greet. You can sign some autographs out in the parking lot.
Yep. And then I'm going to be doing, I'm bringing all my merch with me. I'm bringing all the merch with me to sell at the expo. So if you guys want to get merch, I guess let me know, hit me up somehow, and then I'll be at the expo this weekend. Or just DM me on Facebook.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you, sir, for being on, and thanks.
Yeah.
It's always blessed.
You guys have fun, tight lines.
Awesome. If you're looking to be an episode of Walleye Chronicles, hit me up on my socials at Matt Snell on Instagram and Facebook, and Smile and Fish on TikTok. Remember, there's 2 things you do every day to make someone's life better. 1, to give them a smile, and 2, take them fishing. Thanks a lot.
See ya.